Motivation Addict, Certified Life Optimization Coach, and Equine Communicator Julie Saillant on the power of mindfulness as a tool to achieve success. Certified Life Optimization Coach, Equine Communicator, Intuitive Empath, and Lightworker, Speaker, Writer and Lifestyle Influencer Julie Saillant was the featured guest on Amazing Women of Power with host Raven Blair Glover, talking about mindfulness and how practicing it can help break down the barriers to your success. On a recent episode of Amazing Women and Men of Power Talk Radio, host Raven Blair Glover spoke with Julie Saillant, Certified Life Optimization Coach, Equine Communicator, and Lifestyle Influencer. Julie shared her mission, which offers clients strategies to identify their gifts and motivates them to live their true soul purpose. One way she does so is by teaching mindfulness, which can be used in any area of an individual's life: personal, family, hobbies, mind, body and soul. Julie helps her clients remove blocks to experience their best life through practical strategies, individual coaching and group retreats that are custom built and offer a supportive, safe atmosphere. When host Raven Blair Glover asked Julie about whether she helps people that are struggling with everyday life or those who are struggling with clarity and what their next move is, Julie answered, "I'm glad that you asked that question, because what I help you do is get really clear on what your gifts are and where you want to go. Together, we create a roadmap so that you have a map to success, and I'm the person that's going to hold you accountable. Because there are two things you need to do. You need to be held accountable, as you said. And you also need to take lots of massive action, and the key is consistency. It isn't a one-off. You have to be as consistent as possible, and it should scare you. It has to be something big. It can't be something that you've done before. This is where you really need to go out of your box. Maybe you're going to get on camera, and you don't feel comfortable. Maybe you're going to give a talk, and you don't feel comfortable. Through that you grow. If you do it often enough, you change that success waterline and you make it your own. So, I really help people be confident, be clear on their goals, have a plan, and then hold them accountable to both of us. And I'm going to hold your feet to the fire and say, okay Raven, this is what you said you wanted to do. Well, tell me how you did you do it? And if not, what can we fix so you will be successful? What can we tweak to make it work for you? You need to have a plan, and you have to make it happen." When host Raven asked Julie for tips to achieve peak performance, Julie shared, "The first thing you can do in terms of mindfulness are deep breathing exercises. And let me just say this regarding mindfulness. A lot of people think that's woo-woo and pie-in-the-sky stuff, Raven. But it's been backed by science to help with stress, chronic fatigue syndrome and sleeplessness. There's been a lot of science around it in the last year or two that has really backed it up as to being something that can really help folks reach peak performance. One of the first steps is deep breathing, because the whole art of mindfulness is that you are not present in the moment. Now, you may be thinking about what you did yesterday, or maybe you're thinking about what you have to do tomorrow. To be 100% present right now, that's what mindfulness is. We need to take a few deep breaths, and when you take a deep breath, you will actually physically slow down enough so that your mind can slow down. That's the first tip that I have, is to take a couple of deep breaths, because when you do that, your body has no choice but to slow down. As a young teenager, Julie went through a difficult period, attending 6 different schools in 6 years, including spending 1 year overseas in England. Going to many different schools, both public and private, she always felt like the new kid in each and every new school. She had to start over. It taught her that she was resilient and could adapt and flourish in any setting. More importantly, that she needed to rely on her own instincts and abilities to stand in the knowledge that she was different, and that was okay. At the age of 16, she experienced a fellow horse boarder treating their horse cruelly, causing the horse painful injuries. After Julie and the property owner treated the horses as injuries, the mare spoke to her with both words and images of what had happened to her. She realized then that she could understand clearly not only her own horse, but what another horse was communicating to her, and that was the beginning of her communication with horses. She strongly believes those experiences have allowed her to grow and have made it simple for her to put herself in other people's shoes, to truly feel what they feel and to motivate them to go for their dreams. The interview concluded with Julie saying, "I believe that everyone has a dream in their heart, and it's my job to help them." To listen to the full interview on Amazing Women of Power, click here or visit. To see my free video with mindful tips, click here. To learn more about Julie Saillant and her services, please visit